Welcome to episode 16 of the Real Talk Lineup. I'm your host, JoJo.
And I'm Ronnie Cole.
And on this week's episode, Terrence Howard keeps his man card.
As he should.
Has Elon Musk overstayed his welcome at the White House?
Trump has too.
I agree. And Speedy Gonzalez is a thief.
Really?
Yes, he is.
What?
We'll find out what happened later on in the show. It's all this and much, much more up next on the Real Talk Lineup.
They have to be following him every moment of the day.
J-Lo getting divorced?
He still contributed to society.
I think maybe marijuana.
That is not obvious. How did that happen?
I would be too afraid, but sometimes I'm like, man, I need a little boost. On this week's Celebrity Breakdown, Terrence Howard is keeping his man card. Terrence Howard recently appeared on the PBD podcast and talked about what he described as the dark side of Hollywood. He recounted a personal experience involving Diddy, claiming that Diddy invited him over under the pretense of getting acting lessons. However, Howard said there was no real material to work on, and instead, Diddy just stared at him and played music.
A creep. He's a perv.
Howard said that he eventually realized that Diddy wasn't genuinely interested in acting help, but was instead trying to pursue him sexually. He made it clear that he's not accusing Diddy of any illegal behavior, just that the situation made him uncomfortable.
I'm sure it did.
Howard also commented more broadly that many people in the industry give up their man card to succeed, but he chose not to. I have like two things I really want to say. Okay. Like, imagine someone invites you over to their house and just stares at you.
How weird is that?
I would die. Oh my God. Howard's saying that he didn't have to give up his man card to succeed. He was already an established actor.
Yes.
So he had the freedom to, well, everyone has the freedom, but he wasn't under the pressure to give in to Diddy's sexual stares.
Yeah. Well, some people, for whatever reason, think Diddy hold like the key to the universe of fame and fortune.
They really did.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, he probably has made a lot of people successful.
He has. But at what cost?
I was going to say, I wonder how many of them had to sleep with him.
So I went down a slight rabbit hole.
Okay.
I was checking, like, there were a couple of people who, like, tried to warn us about Diddy.
Okay.
So first and foremost, I want to bring up and mention Cat Williams. When he did the Shannon Sharp interview.
Yes.
He said it. He said, you have to tell Diddy no. You have to tell him no. Because he's going to try.
I love Cat Williams.
And again. And again. And Cat said he had to turn him down like a bunch of times. And then at one time, Khloe Kardashian said that she attended a Diddy party and nobody had any clothes on.
Really?
Nobody. Everybody was naked. And I'm like, oh no. And then, of course, Usher, when he was younger.
Yeah.
Diddy did whatever he did to Usher. And Usher said that, I know he was a little kid like Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Little kids just trying to make it in the industry, and Diddy's using it to their advantage.
And I just want to know, where are these kids' parents? Like, why are you I don't care if these people are famous. They're a stranger to you.
They're a stranger.
You don't send your kids off with other adults.
At all. And then 50 Cent said Diddy was the type of person that would hug you from the front and the back. And just,
I love 50 Cent.
I was like dying.
He will say the funniest shit about people. He really will.
And it's the honest to God.
It is.
It's always the truth.
Like, what isn't he the one? Isn't he the person that bought like the first 10 rows to like a Ja Rule concert?
Yes, and left them empty.
Yes.
Oh my God, just petty president.
It's hilarious though.
Amazingly hilarious.
Yeah.
But you know, there was one person who had absolutely nothing but good things to say about Diddy.
Who?
Trump.
Oh,
Trump said
he's a sexual predator too.
It takes one to know one. That's why he thinks he's so great. It was so weird.
So what if he gets convicted of all these crimes and then Trump just pardons him?
That probably would happen.
I mean, I could totally see it happening. I could see
him saying, "Oh, Diddy's a great guy. He's you know." Yeah. It would be illegal to keep him locked up because he loves Diddy. Oh.
How do they even know each other?
How? I think people with money just assume that they should be friends with other people who have
that's
money. If I had money, I'd probably still have the same friends I have now.
Me too. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. These are the people I trust.
Exactly. Okay.
Everybody else is inviting you over and staring you down.
Yeah. Staring at you while they play music.
Weirdo.
Oh, I gotta just keep picturing it in my mind. Like I picture his face with it, like his mouth, like half open.
I would vomit.
Oh God.
It's so cringy.
It is. Oh God. All right. Is it Splitsville for Bianca and Kanye? Kanye West appears to be heading for a split from his wife, Bianca Censori, after 2 years of marriage. In his upcoming song, Bianca, from the album World War III, Kanye hints at their separation, rapping about Bianca leaving him and trying to have him committed. He expresses emotional distress over her absence and his recent behavior online. The song follows Kanye's cryptic social media posts about heartbreak and betrayal, where he implied that people took advantage of his love and intentions. He also referenced drinking Hennessy before an award show as a way of coping. Oh. Don't we all? Adding to the breakup speculation, Kanye wiped his Instagram and reportedly unfollowed Bianca. The couple, who got married in 2022, has kept a low profile recently, despite making headlines at the 2025 Grammys. So she tried having him committed. If this lady didn't know he was crazy when she married him,
I don't understand.
She's just as crazy as he is.
She is, absolutely.
Yeah. And so I understand it's difficult to deal with someone with mental illness, but she never should have married him if that's the case.
She should not, because it's not like he was private with his insanity. Like, it was very loud, very in your face, very consistent. She definitely knew that he was nuts. And then I think because her family was so...
Oh, Don's jealous. He can't be on the podcast. Sorry, you got to teach. Go back to teaching.
Right. Go do your job. Let us do ours.
Come in here to teach you how to do it.
The master.
All right. Okay. Now that we were so
rudely interrupted.
Okay.
It's okay. We love that.
All right.
And so I think because her family is so adamant about her not dealing with him, and he mentioned in like one of his songs that he made about her, where he's like ranting about everything that happened, and he was like minimizing her feelings and saying, oh, she was just having a panic attack and she was trying to have him committed because her family was telling her to do it. Like, it was a lot. But he was like, he had like a tracking app on her phone, and then when she would leave home, he would text her like, please come back, I know you were at so and so, come home.
Well, didn't he say that about Kim Kardashian's family? Like, they tried to have him committed,
and he was following her too.
Yeah,
I remember that being a thing too. So this is just what he does.
But so now he's just going to be like out there by himself, free in the world.
I'm almost nervous to see who's his next victim gonna be.
Yeah,
because they're all victims.
But
they put themselves in them.
Yeah, because I'm like wondering, is there a part of her that got married to him so she could become famous? Like, Kim didn't have to.
Possibly. Because what does she do for work?
I have no idea.
I thought I saw something that said she's an architect or something. And I'm like, not with a body like that.
She walks around with no clothes on?
Yeah, it doesn't match. I thought she was a model, but I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. Yeah,
I've seen her nipples one too many times.
A divorced model / architect. Because it's over.
But then he's going to find some other lady and the same thing's just going to keep happening. So.
He's going to brainwash him. Yeah. He has a track record of brainwashing these women.
All that money brainwashes them. Okay. All right, moving on. Has Elon Musk overstayed his welcome at the White House? Reports suggest Elon Musk may soon have to leave his White House advisory role due to frustration within the Trump administration over his unpredictability. Trump has allegedly indicated to his inner circle that Musk's departure is imminent. However, the White House has strongly denied this, with Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt calling the claims BS and Musk labeling it fake news. They love that fake news
Yeah.
Quote, Musk's temporary role is limited to 130 days and is set to expire next month, but no official timeline has been given for his departure. Meanwhile, Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt downplayed a public spat between Musk and Trump's trade advisor Pete Navarro, who criticized Musk's role in car manufacturing. Musk fired back on social media, calling Navarro insulting names and defending Tesla. Leavitt brushed off the feud as a personal clash and emphasized the administration's openness to differing opinions, and then said, when referring to their childish behavior, boys will be boys.
These are not boys. These are grown men.
Exactly.
But they behave like little children because that's what the leader of our nation does.
Yeah.
So he has set the tone.
Yep.
To lead them to believe that this behavior is acceptable, and it's not. Like you all have a duty to the country to be professional or have a certain level of decorum, and they're just like, nope, I don't like you. You're stupid. You're this. You're that. Because he said, what did he say?
Musk called Navarro a moron.
Yes.
Called him Pete Retardo.
Oh no, he did not.
Yes. He did this on X.
He's a 5-year-old. But then Navarro,
I feel like 5-year-olds behave better than that.
They have manners. Mm-hmm. Pete Navarro said that he wasn't a car manufacturer. He's a car assembler.
Yeah, he did.
So he minimized his work. It's terrible. It was funny, but it's not funny because these are like people who have power and make decisions about what happens to us.
How could he talk about the Tesla CEO like that?
How could he ever?
And then, and his Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency that he's overseeing, they've eliminated 280,000 federal jobs. And so they're saying that they've implemented broad spending cuts across federal agencies to reduce costs, but overall federal spending continues to rise. So I don't understand. They're spending this money on something else, whatever they want to spend it on.
That's insane.
It is. I wonder how much he's getting paid.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I thought he was getting put out because of what he did when he went to Wisconsin.
Well, I'm sure that's part of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure because everyone's, all the Republicans are pissed off. They wanted that conservative judge voted in.
Yeah.
Well, I think Elon really wanted him voted in also because he had a case going in front of the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Really?
Yeah. So he had like personal reasons he didn't want that.
He didn't want that particular
other judge. Yeah.
Crazy. They say he was paying people to sign a petition and
he puts them in this lottery to win $1 million, but I don't really think it's like an actual lottery. Mm-hmm. It's like he already predetermines who's going to get this millions and makes people think that like they're going to get a chance to win this million. Like you should not be able to buy an election like that.
That should be against some law.
Yeah. Well, he worded it so because I remember they were doing that with the presidential election, and he worded the contest in a way that it wasn't. I don't think that people were actually being entered into this lottery. Like he had already had the people picked out that he was going to give this $1 million
so
to.
Damn manipulative.
Yeah,
they are horrible, horrible people.
Well, they are
who make horrible, horrible decisions.
It's really a scary time in our country.
So when he steps away, it says something about he was stepping away by May 30th, allegedly.
Okay.
To focus on his businesses, but he will be available to be consulted in an advisory role and not the day-to-day operations. Okay. But I don't think, how is that going to make a difference?
No, and you know what?
Because he's going to be even more of a tyrant because he's going to be like, I got to get it all out.
Yeah.
In this manner because I can't speak on those things that they talked about last week because they didn't call me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but this country is not a company.
It's not. And that's how they're running it. It's not a money-making scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme.
But it is to them.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
It's so
and
sad.
Of course, money is important. But money is not everything. It really is not. Like we need money to survive.
Yes.
And we all want to be comfortable and want to be able to get the things that we want.
Exactly.
But when it comes down to it, that's really not what's important.
It's not.
Well, Tesla's stock has been plummeting. So
Well,
that's all I got to say about
as
that.
it should.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. There's a genetically manufactured wolf walking the streets of someplace here in this world. I'm not sure where. Colossal Biosciences, a genetic engineering company also known as the De-Extinction Company, has successfully brought back a close approximation of the extinct dire wolf, which vanished nearly 10,000 years ago, using DNA from an ancient fossil and a CRISPR gene editing on gray wolves. Colossal created 3 dire wolf pups with fluffy white coats, a trait based on a new research suggesting the original species had snow-colored fur. The pups, 2 males named Romulus and Remus and a female named Khaleesi, are currently living on a 2,000-acre preserve. Expected to reach 130 to 150 pounds, they are significantly larger than modern gray wolves. Colossal calls the achievement a blend of science and magic, highlighting its potential impact on conservation and species restoration. What is the point of this?
There is none. So I am not a historian.
Okay.
You're
not? Are you sure? Okay.
By any sense or definition of the word.
Okay.
But I am a firm believer in once something becomes extinct, air quotes.
Yeah.
That's where we're supposed to leave it.
I agree with you.
Because
it's a circle of life.
Yes. And now when you interrupt stuff like that, you know what it makes me think about? Final Destination. You cannot undo something that was supposed to happen or stop something from happening that is supposed to happen.
Agree.
Because then you change the trajectory in the direction of everything else.
Yeah.
It's so weird. This is weird. And are they like clones or did they like unfreeze them? Like what?
So they had the fossils and they took DNA from the fossils and just DNA from these
scientifically
wolves,
recreated.
And they created the clone. I guess it's cloning because they're using the DNA. It is weird.
So what quality of life are these animals going to have?
Nobody knows.
Because the environment is not the way that it was 2,000 years ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like when they were alive.
And they said they're supposed to have like the same mannerisms as these dire wolves.
I don't like
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. The whole thing is just weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I feel bad for the animals because these people,
they're doing it for their own personal satisfaction.
And that's what I was about to
whatever.
say. They don't have the best interest of the animals in mind. If they do survive, something's going to happen where this is just my irrational fear. Something's going to happen where they can't properly care for them, or they see they have this 2,000 acre preserve.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah. Acres and whatnot. That the animals are either going to get out, or the people who are currently caring for them won't be able to care for them. And then they'll have to go on into the wild. And then somebody will like do something to them or try to experiment, or they just don't survive, or they do survive and start just attacking people.
Yeah.
Like it's just so many things.
It's too many unpredictable.
My poor little brain is just like, this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
It really creeps me out too.
It's creepy.
It is. Well, speaking of things that creep us out.
Oh, wow.
It is now time for Trump Tales. Okay, so I feel like after this week of Trump Tales, we might have to take a break because it's really starting to wear on my mental health.
This is turning into a political show. And I don't like it.
Yeah, but we got to talk about
things that we have to talk about.
Yeah,
though.
I mean, we're still on the tariffs. President Trump announced a 3-month pause on most reciprocal tariffs, except for those in China. Those have been increased. Well, when I first researched the story, it was 125%. Mm-hmm. It has now gone up to 145%.
Why?
And then who knows by now if it's even up higher, because I looked this up earlier in the day. The pause marked a sharp shift from Trump's earlier hardline stance on tariffs. All other countries will see their tariff rates reduced to the standard 10%. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent framed the move as part of Trump's long-term strategy and praised his resolve. Bessent and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick helped finalize the plan with Trump, who announced it early in the morning after a meeting at Mar-a-Lago. However, U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer testified he was unaware of the decision until after it was announced, though he knew there were ongoing discussions. Trump emphasized that the tariff hike on China was a response to their recent retaliatory tariffs and posted on Truth Social that it's a message to other countries, don't retaliate and you'll be rewarded. He also said the move shows that the U.S. is ready to negotiate in good faith. He is a bully.
You took the words right out of my brain because that's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
I'm big, you're little. I'm smart, you're dumb.
Oh, the people of
it's
China is not having it.
Yeah, as they should not.
No, they've imposed an 84% tariff on all U.S. goods.
Yeah.
And they've said that the door to talk is open, but dialogue must be conducted on an equal basis with mutual respect. China will stand by its position until the end. Pressuring, threatening, and blackmailing are not the correct way to deal with China.
Absolutely.
Like, who do you think you are?
They know he's an imbecile.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the only thing that's saving us, the consumers, right now. They're really trying to be patient and let him hey, the stuff you're doing is not going to work. We are not afraid of you. If you don't want to do what we're asking, we don't have to send you nothing.
Yeah.
We'll have to send you a damn thing.
And I feel so bad for small business people. I was watching CNN this morning. There was a woman who has some kind of baby business where she makes things for babies. Yep. And she has a lot of her product made in China. Yeah. And she said with the tariffs, or before the tariffs, it was $30,000 to import her stuff from China. Now with the tariffs going on, it cost her $200,000. She said, I can't afford that. I can't do that.
Yeah, nobody with a business. Yeah. A small business like that. That's not okay.
And I always say he doesn't know what he's doing, but I almost kind of think he does know what he's doing because he had said yesterday, which was Wednesday, it's a good time to buy stock. This is while all these tariffs were going on. Then later announced he put the pause on the tariffs, which sent the stock market soaring. Yeah. So he already knew everything was...
That was a strategic business move for the people who already are invested, who have invested in these stuff.
He knew that all these tariffs and uncertainty would cause the markets to crash.
Yep.
Or they haven't crashed, but to plummet. Yeah. And then he knew that pausing the tariffs would
make everything fly back up.
Cause the market to go back up. I mean, can we say insider trading?
Well, it wouldn't matter because apparently he can break whatever law he wants and they're right. Let him do it. Yeah. It's illegal to punish him.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. Oh, my God. So I was watching Bernie Sanders' town hall last night on CNN with Anderson Cooper.
Okay.
And so he was saying to Anderson.
Bernie is funny.
Oh, he is. Okay. He was saying to Anderson, he's like, do you know you're on an illegal network? And he, Anderson's looking at him like he's crazy. And Bernie Sanders is like, no, Trump said CNN is an illegal network.
I love it.
I was dying.
Bernie is hilarious.
He is. Yeah, he's like a common sense kind of person.
He is.
So everything there's so much uncertainty. Everything's up and down.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's anxiety inducing.
And I think that's why a lot of people are just so far removed. A lot of people are far removed. People who don't normally go to the spa and take vacations. They're like, hey, this is what we're doing. Yeah. Because to sit back and to watch it and to still have to maintain your household, keep a job, keep things afloat in the midst of all that chaos that Trump's got going on, because we don't know from day to day what's going to happen. Yeah. It will alleviate any mental healthy that you have.
I have a friend who told me the other day, his 401k was not depleted, but there's a lot of money gone out of it now because of all this. So it's scary.
It is.
Well, thank God I'm poor.
No, seriously.
Because I know how to be poor.
And I'm used to slumming it. That's what I was telling my friends. I'm like,
we've been poor.
We've been poor. We've been poor. Granny taught us how to grow greens and tomatoes when we were 6 years old.
Well, no one taught me that, but
no, it's easy, girl. I got you. Don't you worry. Right. I got some green onions growing on my counter as we speak.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll eat. If
I'll
at
least
else.
Have a salad. Yes. Maybe I'll lose some weight. Okay. All right.
No, stop.
Oh.
That was good.
All right. It is now time for Ronnie Cole's question of the day.
Okay. The question of the day is, JoJo, are you suspicious, Lord. JoJo, are you superstitious about anything?
I always say that I'm not superstitious, but I really think I am superstitious.
About what?
Like I never ever want to say, like, ever lie about somebody and say like they're sick or they're dying or they died or whatever, because I'm always afraid that means that's going to happen to them.
That's the bad JoJo we were talking about.
Yes, exactly. We talked about it the other week.
Okay.
So that always creeps me out. Oh, they always say like if your palm itches that you're going to win money.
That you're going to get money.
And I always believe it when mine starts itching, but I never get any money.
True. I have the itchiest hands in the world, and I'm the poorest girl in the room.
Yes.
I tell you.
So, and then I remember, look, one time, one of my daughter's friends, you know how they post on like social media, like, share this purse full of money and you'll be blessed.
Yes.
And then like came up in my memories like a year later. I'm like, where's my money? I shared the picture. Like I never
like
got
those
it.
Chain letters we used to get.
Yes. I forgot about the chain letters.
That was so crazy to me. I'm like, this is not true.
Yeah.
This doesn't work.
What's your superstition?
I don't have any. Like I don't
really
any of that stuff. So my best friend's mom, she is the most superstitious person I've ever met.
Okay.
She's like, if you sweep her feet, she has to spit on the broom.
Really?
Or it's bad luck and she'll never get married.
Well, how old is she? Because if she ain't married by now,
she's been married.
Oh,
she's a widow. And I'm just like, girl, it's okay.
Yeah.
Then she has this other, what's the other one? On New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
So she has to cook black eyed peas.
Yes.
They're supposed to be for good luck.
Yes,
and then
I've heard that.
Have to eat greens or cabbage and it's supposed to bring money. And then you're supposed to have pork. I don't know what that, I
think that's supposed to bring good luck too. I've heard all of that.
It's a whole little thing and I'm just like, no. And
but
then
none of it
like,
works.
None of it. Then they're like, oh, your house has to be clean or it'll be dirty for the rest of the year.
Yes, I've heard that.
Or you have to wash all the laundry. Like just those things. And then she has one that I had never heard of until I met her. On New Year's Day, no one is allowed to enter her house until a man with a pocket full of money comes through her door.
Well, who's this man with the pocket full of money?
It has to either be her son or my best friend's husband or one of her nephews.
Does she make them come over with pockets full of money?
They literally have to have money or nobody can go in or out her house.
Really?
It's so, I had never heard that.
Does she have money? Or is she just like a regular average person?
I think she has money.
Okay.
She's one of those.
So
ladies.
all those things must work for her then.
I'm guessing so.
Okay.
But I tried it. Like I cooked black eyed peas for 3 years in a row. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
And I don't know any men who I want in my house any other day of the year. So I definitely don't want you there in the new year because I'm trying to be a new me. You know?
I got you.
So crazy. But to answer your question or to answer my question, I don't think I have any superstitions about anything.
Well, I think in reality, in my reality anyways, I think God already has a plan for all of us.
Yes.
And there's nothing really we can do to change that.
That's right.
So
agreed.
But I still keep thinking I'm going to get all this money when my hands itch.
Oh, itchy, dry, unmoisturized.
Come on, God. I know you want me to be a millionaire. I know you do. Yeah. I'll take on that burden.
Yes, any day.
Yeah. All right, it is now time to board the crazy train. A Walmart shopper with an iconic or ironic name has been caught. A 40-year-old Georgia man was arrested for allegedly stealing over $20,000 in merchandise from Walmart using a scheme where he stuffed expensive items into trash containers and then only scanned the container itself at the self-checkout.
Really smart.
It really is.
Oh, my God. Okay.
The man's method involved hiding high-price items like nicotine gum, diabetic test strips inside these trash cans or mailboxes before paying for only the container. Guess what this man's name was?
What?
Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh, my God. Was he fast or no?
I don't know.
I need answers.
Who does that to their child?
How old was his baby?
He was 40.
So his mom's old enough to have known who Speedy Gonzalez is. So he's 40 years old. So his mom definitely watched
Looney Tunes.
So she knew what she was doing first.
That's horrible, though.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
And like, I know he got caught, but I'm sure he probably was doing this a lot.
Yeah, they said 20,000, but it had to be more than that. Because those test strips alone, oh my God, people pay you for that stuff.
Oh yeah, they're very expensive.
I see signs and stuff like on the side of the road, like, we'll pay you for your extra test strips. And I'm like, are they really
They're very expensive, yes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Walmart, here I come.
Hats off to you, Speedy Gonzalez. Oh my God.
He wasn't fast enough to get away.
That's right.
That's unfortunate.
Didn't live up to his name. All right. Next car on the crazy train. A man drank a bottle of wine in the grocery store. In Spain, a man was short on cash and decided to enjoy some wine in a grocery store. He apparently planned this in advance because he brought a bottle opener and a small stemless wine glass with him. He got about 2/3 of the way through the bottle of red when a manager asked him what he was doing, and the man was honest. He said, "I love red wine and I'm poor, but I'll repay you when I come into some money." Because the guy was a bit tipsy, he was easy to corral until police arrived. He called the police on that man. He was told to leave the remainder of the open bottle behind.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't either.
Just go in there and just take a few sweeps. He really needed that drink.
Life is tough.
Life is tough. Have you guys seen who our president is? Life is tough.
And if you really planned it out.
I don't understand why they would send him to jail, though. Probably because he was intoxicated.
Maybe.
Because he didn't really do.
I've been drunk in public plenty of times.
You know how much stuff I eat in the store?
Do you really?
Yes. Listen, I have this cleaning spray. You're supposed to clean it and rinse it off. Mm-hmm. I eat the grapes. I have an apple. My kid eats the Lunchable. Like, we eat in the store. Like,
do you
while
really?
We're shopping. Yes, while we're shopping.
And you don't pay for the stuff?
I do pay for it.
Oh, okay. But the grapes and apples you can't because they're weighed by the pound.
Usually what happens is I just eat some grapes and call it a day.
Don was staring at us through the window again. Oh, I feel like he really wants to be on the show. I know. I feel
That's because we're amazing.
We are.
But yes, I feel like I probably paid for the grapes in a different way.
I got you. They're overpriced anyways. Okay, so he was told to leave. Mm-hmm. Well, so the police arrived, and he was told to leave the remainder of the open bottle behind. Why wouldn't they just let him drink the bottle?
Why would you let him have it? He's going to sleep it off in the cell anyway.
And why would you call the police? Like, just tell him to get out of the store. Take the bottle and go.
Yeah, like,
that's what I would have done.
Can't do that in here.
Yeah.
Just take it with you. Don't come here no more. Uh-huh. But you know what? That's funny because I was watching a video clip the other day and it was a guy, an older guy, and he would go in the gas station. Mm-hmm. And he did it like 2 weeks in a row. And he would go in the gas station and he would get a bag of chips and open it and just eat the chips while he was shopping. Mm-hmm. But not just like the little small bag. Like he had the big $5 bag.
Yeah.
And he's just like walking through the store eating Ruffles, trying to figure out what he wanted to get. And he'd get a case of beer. And hold the beer under his arm, and he's still eating the chips. And then he'll go and pick like some cookies or something. And then he'll sit the open chips back on the shelf, and then go pay for the beer and the cookies, and then leave. The gas station attendant was like, "Dude, you cannot keep doing this." He was like, "What? I just wanted to taste."
All right, last car on the crazy train. Drug dealers text the wrong phone numbers.
Oh, my goodness.
Authorities in Germany stated 3 accused drug dealers were arrested after they texted the wrong person. The dealers thought they were texting a group of customers, and they were, but one of those customers was actually a detective who set the buy up and then busted the men.
Oh, my.
How are you that stupid?
Well, I guess if our government can get the wrong person on a text thread.
Oh, you're right.
They can't do.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Maybe their app must not work. It must be malfunctioning. Maybe we should get Elon over there to investigate.
He has to look at and check it out.
Oh my God. All right. But like, don't drug dealers like use like code words or
girl,
but then
not anymore.
Oh, okay.
They used to. Not any that I know. Not saying that I know any that text. However, from my experience, I don't think they do anymore because they did used to.
Okay.
Because people I know people and they used to be like, what did they used to say?
I know they used to call them like notes.
About the dog. Yes. Is the dog in the kennel? So that was kind of just like that was basically a way for them to ask like, is he home?
Gotcha.
Is the dog in the kennel or did he go to the groomer? The groomer is he traveled.
Okay.
So can you come to me? Like,
Okay.
it was crazy stuff.
So you're giving away all the secrets.
This was back in the day. I don't think people still do that.
No, I don't know.
But how did this undercover? What?
So I'm assuming that he probably texted the wrong phone number, and the detective was like, okay.
Oh, my work came to me. I didn't have to go to work. Let me text my supervisor. Let me text my supervisor. Hey, got an extra little something going on over here. See you soon.
That's what they get. All right. Well, that is all we have for you this week on the Real Talk Lineup. You can check us out at realtalklineup.com or on Facebook or Instagram at Real Talk Lineup.
It's been real.